Most cat owners think stress in cats is easy to spot. A frightened cat hides. An angry cat hisses. A stressed cat acts obvious. At least that's what most people believe. But what if your cat has been stressed for weeks, or even months, without showing any of those signs? The truth is that cats are masters at hiding discomfort. In the wild, showing weakness can make an animal vulnerable. And even though your cat lives in a safe home, many of those instincts still exist today. That's why some of the biggest warning signs don't look alarming at all. In fact, one of the behaviors on this list is so common that millions of cat owners accidentally mistake it for affection. Let's start with a behavior that often appears long before anything else. Have you noticed your cat grooming more than usual? Most people see grooming as a healthy habit, and usually it is. But when grooming becomes excessive, it can sometimes be a coping mechanism for stress. Much like humans bite their nails or pace around a room, stressed cats may groom repeatedly to soothe themselves. The problem is that many owners don't notice until patches of fur begin thinning. And by then, the stress may have been building for a long time. But grooming isn't the only behavior that can hide emotional distress. The next sign is even easier to miss. Some stressed cats suddenly start sleeping more. Now, that sounds normal because cats sleep a lot anyway. But there's a difference between healthy rest and emotional withdrawal. A stressed cat may begin spending more time alone, more time hiding, more time sleeping in places they normally ignore. It's almost as if they're quietly disappearing from daily life. And what makes this behavior particularly concerning is what often comes next. Because many cats don't withdraw first, they become unusually clingy. This is one of the most misunderstood stress signals of all. If your cat suddenly starts following you everywhere, demanding constant attention or refusing to leave your side, it may not always be affection. Sometimes your cat is seeking reassurance, seeking security, trying to stay close to the one thing that feels predictable. And while that can look adorable, it may actually reveal an emotional need that's gone unnoticed. But the next behavior is the one many owners never connect to stress. Have you ever noticed your cat staring out the window longer than usual? Watching doors obsessively? Constantly monitoring certain areas of the house? This heightened vigilance can sometimes indicate anxiety. When cats feel uncertain, they often become more alert to their surroundings, almost like they're waiting for something to happen. The strange part is that many owners interpret this as curiosity, but sometimes it's caution. And the next sign is even more surprising. Some stressed cats become unusually vocal. A cat that rarely meows may suddenly start talking more, crying at night, calling from another room, making sounds that seem to have no clear purpose. Owners often assume their cat simply wants food or attention. But stress can change communication patterns dramatically. Your cat may be trying to express discomfort in the only way they know how. And what behaviorists have discovered about the next sign is especially fascinating, because it often happens right in front of owners every day. Have you ever seen your cat repeatedly scratch furniture they normally ignore? Or scratch far more aggressively than before? Scratching isn't just about claws. It's also about emotional regulation. Cats leave both visual and scent markers when they scratch. When stress increases, some cats feel a stronger need to reinforce their environment, almost as if they're trying to make their world feel safer. But we're about to reach one of the strongest warning signs on this list. And it's not what most people expect. Many stressed cats experience changes in appetite. Some begin eating less. Others start eating more. Some become picky. Others suddenly lose interest in favorite treats. Because stress affects more than emotions. It can affect routines, comfort, and even biological responses. The difficult part is that these changes often happen gradually, which makes them easy to dismiss. But the next behavior is the one feline experts often consider among the most overlooked. And if your cat is doing this, it deserves your attention. Some cats suddenly stop doing things they used to enjoy. They stop greeting you at the door. They stop joining family activities. They stop playing with favorite toys. They stop seeking affection. Nothing dramatic happens. The behavior simply fades away. And because the change is gradual, many owners don't notice until months later. But when a cat loses interest in activities that once brought comfort, it's often worth asking why. Now, here's something important. None of these behaviors automatically mean your cat is stressed. Cats can change routines for many reasons: age, health, environmental changes, personality shifts, which is exactly why the final behavior may be the most important of all. Your cat starts acting differently than themselves, not differently than other cats. Differently than your cat. Because nobody knows your cat's normal behavior better than you. Maybe they're quieter. Maybe they're more distant. Maybe they're more restless. Maybe they're suddenly hiding. The specific behavior matters. But the change itself matters even more. Cats often communicate stress through patterns rather than dramatic events. And the people most likely to notice those patterns are the humans who know them best. The beautiful thing about understanding these signs isn't becoming worried about every little behavior. It's becoming more connected, more observant, more aware of the emotional world your cat lives in every day. Because stress doesn't always announce itself loudly. Sometimes it arrives as a small change in routine, a subtle shift in behavior, a quiet message hidden inside an ordinary day. And when you learn to recognize those messages, you're not just becoming a better cat owner. You're becoming someone your cat can rely on when they need you most. And for a cat, that feeling of safety may be one of the greatest gifts you can ever provide.